Hello everybody, it is Josh here, and we are back! Yes. I don't know what to say. It's been a long few months, hasn't it? Since I last since I last recorded a video. I think it's about 8 months, I think. 8 or 9 months, something like that, since I last did an update or any video or anything like that. Various different reasons, which I won't go into on this video. I'm going to do a channel update very shortly after this video comes out, sort of detailing where we're going forward with everything, because there's going to be some changes. We're going to try and start getting back into the swing of things with definitely YouTube, and try and get some Twitch streams in as well. But I decided I wanted to do this first before the channel update, just so it's a bit of an introduction, welcome back, sort of brief thing, and then I can do a channel update video, and then we'll go into detail about what's going to be happening in terms of content, because there is going to be some changes to that. There is some changes that you'll already see. Some sort of the lower thirds will already be updated. I've got a camera going on today. I've got my webcam going on. So let me know if you like that, if you want to keep the webcam, or if you don't. I'm not really fussed with it because I have it on Twitch streams anyway. I never used to have it on YouTube just because. But let me know what you think of that. Anyway, enough. I digress, because let's get on with the video today, which is a rather exciting one. For those of you who live in the UK, or for those of you who are an avid enthusiast of weather, or both, who knows, then you will probably know that the weather is very unusual for the south of England at this present time of year, or for the south of England in general. And those of you who don't know, well, you do now, because I'm telling you, and there's a plane going off into the clouds up there. The BA. Fantastic. Anyway, we're on the ground at London Gatwick today, and there's my jetway disappeared. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, for those of you who are not aware, and we are in a very snowy Gatwick at that. The beast from the east, sort of Mark II, I guess, if you will, has arrived. Storm Darcy, I think, is the name, and has brought with it quite a lot of snow, of which Gatwick has been quite heavily impacted. Running real-time weather, as always, so this is ActiveSky doing its work along with Jennasoft Gatwick, with the winter textures, and we are in the ever-wonderful FSLabs Airbus A319, which gives the most amazing snow textures, and ice textures as well. I've sort of sat here for a little bit just to let it build up so it looks a lot better for the video, and I tell you what, that's worth a screenshot right there. Outstanding. As I said, so yeah, we're on the ground at Gatwick, and we're going to be taking a short flight up to Edinburgh today. The weather's a little bit shoddy around sort of much of the country, so I figured that a nice little shuttle run would be a great idea. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. On the ground at Gatwick, going up to Edinburgh, Shuttle 16 Delta, or BA Flight 2505. And, well, I suppose there can be some way information and things like that. We're taking 5.3 tons of fuel with us today. It's going to take us an hour to get up there, although I suspect a lot longer just to sort of get out of here, because it's an interesting flight. Cruising flight level 220 today, and that will be as far as we fly, I think. Yep, 220. And we are taking zero fuel weight is 56.9, so quite heavy. In terms of the zero fuel weight, and 14.7 tons. Passengers, no, sorry, payload, not passengers. And yeah, that's about all we need to know. We're information Juliet at Gatwick is 08 right in use, but we'll get into that in a minute as I sort of start loading everything up. So let's jump into the flight deck and knock everything else over in the process. You'll remember that the last time I did the FSLabs, it ran quite appallingly. I've done some optimization works to that, and just turn VATSIM down for a minute. We are on VATSIM today. I've not tuned any frequencies yet, so I'll just turn that down for a minute. What was I saying? Yes, you'd remember it ran like hell. I've done some optimization updates for Prepar3D, and obviously along with the new version of FSLabs, and they will be updated on my Imgur, which I'll leave the description below very shortly. Anyway, let's crack on with the flight today. So we'll start by getting all the nav stuff on, like so. Crew supply on. We may have to cycle them, I don't know, we'll just check for that. Yes, I think we will, or maybe not. Well, no, we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, Echo Golf Kilo Kilo to Echo Golf Papa Hotel, that goes in from 2. And we can take our route there. Lamb on 2 X-ray, that's going to change because it'll be Lamb on 5 Papa now, so we're on 8 right, but that's fine. Flight number is Shuttle 16 Delta, so it's SHT 16 Delta. Cost index of 30 is what we'll use. We're cruising flight level 220, and the temperature is a measly minus 35 up there. Tropo today is 30711. Ground temperature is exactly 0 degrees, so the snow will start freezing if it hasn't already. And we're using Prestwick today, Echo Golf Papa Kilo, as our reasonable alternate. Wind, we can wind request that in, and then we can come over to here. Zero fuel weight, so today is going to be 56.9. And I don't know what our fuel config weight will be, so we'll do that in a minute. 5.3 is our block fuel, and that can go over there. Come over to the A-car side of things, and again, 16 Delta needs to go up to here. Crew details, we'll just put some random details here. Like there, and then we will init advise request that thing. That's done. We can go to OFP data, block fuel, which is 5337 today. Taxi fuel is 200 kilograms, and for the trip actually there, we're going to need 2582, which goes in there. So zero fuel weight today is 56. No, not 59, 56.9. That goes in there, and we can refuel via GSX. OFP data send that. That will bring a GSX to come along and do our refueling. And then we'll come over to here. 30.9 is our zero fuel weight config, so we can put that in the other side now, and that will give us all of that. And our headwind, trip wind is headwind of 16 knots, so that will probably unfill itself when the winds are loaded in, but that's not a problem. We'll go over to flight plan. We're departing out of 08 right now, and that's going to be on the Lambourne 1 Zulu, I think, actually. Lambourne 1 Zulu. I have the wind data uplink now, that's all in, and then we go over to performance, which we will do in just a second. We'll request the boarding, and we may as well board them now. Going down to here, we'll get the PA on, and we'll turn that down a little bit. VHF is already on, but we'll just turn that down. PA actually gone to about here. We need the interphone off for a minute. That can stay off for a minute. And we'll get some lights going on. So put the lights on here, and the lights on here, and the lights on here, so we can then actually see what we're doing. Packs can come on even though they're not technically connected to anything at the moment. Seatbelts can stay off, emergency exit lights can arm, and that is about us set everybody on there. We're just going to recycle these because they've decided they don't want to align. They do now. Excellent. We've got a company message, so I'll come back to the AOC menu, receive messages. That's our slot information and our load sheet, which we will accept. Go over to my performance tool because it's a little bit wonky with the A319, but that's not a problem. So we'll just go over to the actual website it gets its thing from. Flaps 1, packs are, we'll leave them on. Anti-ice will be engine. Runway is wet. Takeoff weight today is 62,109, and 30.9 is our MAC tau. This is 0.1 down, 0.8 right, full length, and we can calculate that and put the numbers in. So, we are flexing today to 69 degrees. Our V1 is 136. Our V2 is 146. Sorry, our rotate is 146, and our V2 is 150 knots. Transition level today is 7,500 feet, and thrust reduction will be 1,500 feet, and acceleration at 3,000, standard departure, and 1,500 feet.
Unit Shuttle 3 Alpha Golf, climbing to 6,000 feet on the OSIP 1 Juliet.
That is very, very loud. So that's fine there, and that's the takeoff performance data done. So we'll come up to here.
Joined us, a very warm welcome on board this British Airways flight.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Just a reminder about hand luggage.
I'll just turn that down a little bit so you can hear what I'm doing, even though you probably want to hear that as well. So, actually we'll leave the flight directors off for a minute because the IRSs haven't aligned, and 1002 is the pressure.
We'd appreciate your assistance by closing the overhead lockers once they are completely full.
That goes in there. So we will. What will we do? I don't know what we'll do actually. We'll tune the correct thing. So 121.950. Let's turn the PA off for a minute so I can doesn't interrupt me. 121.950. And then we'll call for clearance. Gatwick delivery, good afternoon or good evening even. Shuttle 16 Delta, Star 14 type A319 with Juliet QNH 1002 clearance to Edinburgh.
Shuttle 16 Delta, information Oscar QNH 1002, cleared to Edinburgh Airport, Lambourne 1 Zulu departure, squawk 4432.
Okay, information Oscar QNH 1002 cleared to Edinburgh, Lambourne 1 Zulu departure and 4432, Shuttle 16 Delta.
Shuttle 16 Delta, will backtrack.
Excellent. So, just to reiterate then, so we're Lambourne 1 Zulu, which is exactly what we expected, and 4432 is what we need in the box. So that's done there. Passengers are loading up nicely. We're refueling now as well. 5 minutes to IRS is aligned.
Shuttle 16 Delta, hold position, contact ground 121.8. Bye-bye.
Hold push, ground 121.8, great. Okay, so the boarding is complete, the fuel is now done, when everything is aligned up and ready to go. So we're just in the process of firing up the APU now. Flight directors can come on, and we can also bring the fuel pumps all on as well. And we can set our initial altitude to 4,000 feet. Train come on the right hand side very shortly, weather will once we pushed back and got a little bit away from the apron, but that's fine. And beacon light can now come on as well. We'll F12 for the actually we won't F12 just yet. We'll go receive messages, see if there's anything else going on here, which there is not. So we'll go over to menu options, external controls, and we won't. We'll go to doors actually, and we'll close the left forward door as well. MCDU menu to AOC, and that can stay on there for a minute because we'll probably need that again a little bit shortly. And then we can go to pushback and departure. We will need de-icing treatment today. I don't know. What de-icing is meant to be. I don't know what you're supposed to sort of do in terms of fluid mixtures and things like that. So if I get it wrong, I do apologise, and if you are able to educate me on that, then please do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to brief you on the safety procedures of this aircraft. We ask you to remove your personal headphones until the end of the safety brief. All handheld devices, including mobile phones, must now be in flight safe mode or switched off, held securely or placed into a pocket. Larger devices, including laptops, must now be switched off and stowed away safely. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board. If you do have any questions, please ask a member of your cabin crew.
Hello. We'll now demonstrate the safety features on this aircraft. Please pay attention, as these may differ from an aircraft that you've flown on before. Glad thing. Sounds really good. I think I would have done it like that, actually. Yeah, right.
Okay, guys, so we have fired everything up. The aircraft is ready to go. So we'll go at the taxi
Hotel 1,
lights,
avoid Juliet, Golf,
the turn off
and
lights,
runway.
and we should be disconnecting very shortly. In fact, they already have disconnected. That's excellent. So we'll turn the weather radar on mode 1. PWS to auto, ignition to normal. TCAS is on, and TARA, and we will need the engine anti-ice on.
Headlight 876, push it through.
VOR needles and constraints on as well, so I forgot to do that when I was at the stand, but that's fine. And we shall request the taxi down to Juliet 4 or Juliet 7, depending on what they give us. Shuttle 16 Deltas for taxi.
Shuttle 16 Delta taxi, Juliet, hold short runway.
Juliet, hold short runway, Shuttle 16 Delta. So parking brake off, and the tiller can come on. We'll go flaps 1, and we are 0 points.
Easy 18 Echo.
1 down. I don't know why that's not in.
Continue holding short Juliet.
We'll just sort this out very quick.
Uber 284, you with me?
I don't know why that's not. So flight controls are all set.
Uber 284, just checking if you're with me still. You can contact Tower 124.225.
And we are clear to hold short of Romeo, so that is, well, all the way down there, just where that CRJ is coming out of. If we were allowed to go. Okay, so we're just approaching Juliet 1 now for departure 08 right. It's taken us a while to get here. Almost 20 minutes from when we first started taxiing, which is quite impressive. You know, half an hour since we started up the engines. And it takes about 20 minutes to taxi down here, but that's not too bad. It's right on the border of our reserves, so we'll be absolutely fine as long as we don't need to do any diverts or anything at Edinburgh, which it doesn't look like we will need to, or maybe we will.
We'll take off 08 right,
Well, we'll see. But he's just going now. So
Juliet 1, line up 08 right.
Line up 08 right via Juliet 1, so we've had correction shuttle 16 Delta. So we've got clearance to line up now behind this guy. And he's starting to roll. So as he starts to roll, that means we can start to roll. And they give you line up instruction like behind a departing aircraft. Basically, as soon as they start to roll, then you can start rolling onto the runway. That's really how it works. Let's get back on the brakes here, so we don't go too badly over.
EGKK Whiskey contact London 134.125.
Contact London 134, decimal 125, EG235 Whiskey.
Okay, so we'll just adjust that, which we now have. We'll disengage the tiller. Landing lights on. We have 134.125 pre
126.825 is the 82 uniform contact, bye-bye.
landing lights are now on.
Shuttle 16 Delta, wind 040, please 13 up, runway 08 right,
So right, clear takeoff, shuttle 16 Delta. And off we go. So 50% power or thereabouts.
Avalog 867,
Stable.
Juliet 1, line up 08 right.
And there's Manflex 69, SRS runway, auto thrusters blue. Use the rudders to keep it on the centre line. It's quite a strong wind, so be aiming for that.
43 go for holding Juliet 4 ready into.
It's 100 knots.
Runway 43 Golf, Roger, Boeing 725 behind the parking, CBM 900, Juliet 1, minus 08 right behind.
On the
runway after the
rotate.
CBM, Jubilee Center.
Very nice. Onto the flight director, spotted rate of climb, tap the gear up, tap the brakes, gear up. Keep on the flight director nicely there. And into the clouds. Look at that though. Very snowy. Very nice though. Okay, so we will take autopilot 1. And we'll take climb power. Okay guys, welcome back. We are just in the descent down into Edinburgh with Edinburgh radar at the moment, and we're just sending out a flight level 74. We're currently on manual heading, well, say manual heading, it's radar heading, more like 130 degrees, so we've been cleared down to 6,000 feet. We're holding 240 knots at the moment.
2 miles and touchdown, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Send to 4,000 feet, shuttle 16 Delta. And just on the descent down to 4,000 now.
5180, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 101.
Bring a bit of speed break out. Please.
6,000, QNH 101,
just so we can kill that excess height of about 1,200 feet over at the moment, so we'll just bring the speed brakes out. Just trusting transition now, so it's 1017 on that, and 1017 and 1017. I'm going to talk you through the arrival. So we are landing ILS runway 06 today. That is all pre-programmed in. We've got a QNH of 1017. Good visibility once you get below this cloud at 4,200 feet. It's quite a strong wind. 090 degrees at 12 knots the wind. So
after
it's a fairly strong
flight level
wind.
100, reduce speed to 220 knots.
Just see just on the margin there, and we're coming down quite nicely, 1,000 feet over profile now, so we're getting down quite nicely. Been in the air just a little over an hour. That clock is slightly wrong, as I forgot to start the clock on takeoff roll, so there's that. Just short of an hour we've been in the air now, and yeah, it's been a relatively easy flight up, to be honest. It's nothing really changed much. Oh, I was saying there is Edinburgh, but we sort of went up. There is Edinburgh though, in all her glory down there, or parts of Scotland at least. Start bringing the speed brake in now, and we can arm that straight on.
Right, heading 030 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 06.
030 cleared ILS 06, shuttle 16 Delta. So I'll press the approach button now as we start to turn into 130. 4,000 is our altitude that we need to be down to, and 3,000 feet is missed approach today as the altitude we'll climb to.
Descent to altitude 4,000.
That is one mean looking sky though, and I think slightly worthy of a screenshot though, you know. Heading into ORBX Edinburgh today, in theory. Hopefully it's loaded in. We're working with wing anti-ice at the moment just because the temperature is below freezing. It is only 1 degree, so below 10 degrees. It is only 1 degree, and there is visible moisture. With these clouds, you just saw the water hit the windscreen there as well. So loading off at 030 now, bringing the range markers all the way in so we can see what we're doing with maximum efficiency. We've captured the localizer and the glide there.
Maintain speed 180 knots until 16.
180 till 6, shuttle 160 Delta. Okay, so we'll start slowing the plane down now. We're using medium brakes today, and with that we can come out with flaps 1. Just start increasing our drag, that'll bring the slats out. I'm going to drop the gear now as well. It's not standard procedure, but that wind is 30 knot headwind, so it's just inhibiting us from slowing down a little bit. So we'll drop the gear, and that'll bring our drag out a little bit more. Spectacular approach, so look at that. All the lights doing there. It's a fantastic approach in. I wish I should have recorded it, but unfortunately I didn't for some unknown reason. But it's not all bad because, well, we're doing it now, aren't we? Okay, flaps 2. And we'll put out flaps 3 as well. Keep on the margin just because of that strong wind. Want to make sure that we're
slow descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
not going to quite out at any point. So that's all the way flaps 3. We'll let the aircraft level off, and then we'll have flaps full out very shortly, just once we slow down a little bit more. There's Edinburgh. Very nice. I don't realise how far away Edinburgh Airport is actually from main Edinburgh. It's quite far. Hopefully we don't have an event of what happened the last time I was here on stream and my rudder locked and we had a very nasty crash. It was quite funny. So just waiting for the cabin call now. If that doesn't happen, I will not be going around. It's just a thing.
Easy 580, turn right, heading 090 degrees. 5090, easy 5180.
We're coming in on over 6 now, so we'll bring the speed out.
Yeah, 090 degrees.
090, 580.
And the flaps are full. Not entirely sure why the cabin hasn't worked, but we'll go with it.
1000.
Shuttle 160 out to 5 miles.
So it's not my apologies, contact time 118, that's all 7.
187, thanks mate. Tower, good evening, Shuttle 160 out to ILS 06, 5 miles.
So 160 Edinburgh Tower header. Service wind is 090 degrees, 12 knots from the 06, clear to land.
06, clear to land, Shuttle 160 Delta. Okay, that was a voice I was not expecting to hear. So we have the, well, we have the landing. It's not what I meant to say. We are cleared to land, even. Bring missed approach altitude in now, 3,000 feet, and I think it's time for some manual flying. So, aircraft is mine.
Leaving in Edinburgh Tower, EC470 Lima on Alpha to Alpha 1.
That is sensitive in this wind.
EC47 Sony Edinburgh Tower and behind the landing British Airways A319, fire Alpha 1, 9 up from the 06 behind.
Land and wait behind the landing sleeper.
Definitely a little bit windy, you can feel that wind for sure.
500.
Bit of right wing just to bring us back toward the centre line. We're a little bit off localizer, but not majorly. Height is, well, about where it should be. 2 red, 2 white. Which means, as we know, you are alright. Landing.
$100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
100. $50. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Lovely. Six yacht reverses out, man, you're braking.
So 16 Delta, so take right when able and contact the ground 121.7. Bye bye.
Right when able, ground 121.7, shuttle 16, thanks mate. Very nice. And that is us landing into Edinburgh. So welcome to Edinburgh, we'll taxi in now. I don't know what this flashing is on the screen. But we'll clear everything out in a second and re-centralise everything. Unfortunately the FSL can be a bit tricky sometimes when you don't have like proper rudder and stuff, so we just have to sort of level that out, something I'm more than used to doing. But we'll vacate to the right here in Edinburgh and we'll get the ground on 121.7 very shortly once we're clear off said runway.
EC 477 US traffic wind is 9 degrees 12 knots from the circuit. Clear takeoff.
We've takeoff 26, EC 477.
Alright, we'll just stop here.
Delta Easy 5182
and sort this out.
Approach kind of is unreachable right now, so we switched on our one end.
And at
The
121.750.
yeah, radar's gone off now, unfortunately. So continue approach from the circuit to number 1.
I think. Yes, 121.750. Excellent. Grand, good evening. Shuttle 16 Delta's vacated to the right.
Shuttle 16 Delta, roger. Welcome to Edinburgh. Taxi stand 7 via Charlie Alpha and Foxtrot.
Charlie Alpha Foxtrot stand 7, Shuttle 16 Delta. Right, so we'll get a ground chart up here. We want the parking chart actually, because I need to know where stand 7 is first of all. So Charlie Alpha Fox. Okay, I see where we're going. Did he say stand 7? Oh, he did. We'll take stand 8. Of course, the one stand he's given us is the one we don't have, so we'll just take stand 8. That's fine. It's right next to it, so it's not a big deal. I think we must be on Charlie then, I'm going to assume. Please? Yes. Okay, so we'll bring all the flaps in as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. You may now make your seat
APU is running. I started that as we we're getting our taxi instructions, so that's fine. That can go. Start turn to the left now. Weather radar come off. PWS can also come off.
All of us at British Airways and the One World Alliance would like to wish all our customers and those of you visiting an enjoyable stay. If you're travelling on further, we wish you a pleasant onward journey. It's been our pleasure to serve you and we look forward to welcoming you back very soon.
We're a little bit further over than we should be, but whatever. See, the tower is purple tonight. And that changes. It's like a dynamic changing event. It's quite cool.
Edinburgh down, both Alpha Delta with the Zulu is at landing point for runway 06.
Golf 50 Zulu, contact Edinburgh Tower 118.7. Have a good flight, bye bye.
And here is stand numero 8, so lights can come off.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I thought I pressed the APU start. Apparently I didn't, but it's fine. Well, hard over here because the aircraft rolled forward a little bit, which is not ideal, but... Blimey, how far over did that roll, Christ?
Approach for Lufthansa 11.
That rolled a lot further than I thought it did. But it's fine, we'll go with it. we can fix that. We'll have a bit of ORBX with their animations. It's always quite a lot to do when you have a short taxi. You don't always get time to do everything. Turn the landing system off and things like that. But I guess it probably wouldn't be an important thing, would it? I don't know. I don't know the procedures, I really don't. Good enough for me. Parking brake is set. And the dome lights on. APU bleed. And TCAS off. Engines off. No jetways, so we will operate the stairs and call that flight Dunions. Turn the beacon off, we don't need it. Strobes, seatbelts. And that is pretty much all we need. Flight directors and landing system can come out and we can stop that clock as well. Okay, so that leaves this video for today here. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing sort of a bit of a welcome back. Let me know what you think of these sort of minor reforms. I'd love to know anything about what you think of the new sort of format to videos. The way you've seen it sort of laid out today is kind of how I want to do it. I think it's going to be a nice sort of share of sort of the more what I'm doing, sort of that sort of normal video feel plus a sort of little cinematic-y sort of thing, which always people seem to love to see. So I want to get a mixture of both on that. So let me know what you think on that. Let me know what you think about having the webcam on. It'll only be on when I'm actively talking like this with cinematics instead. It'd obviously be off. But let me know what you think on that as well. And anything else you want to see, any comments, any queries, any requests, then please don't hesitate to drop them in the comments below. I'm always looking for new things to do. Shortly coming out after this video will be a channel update video. I'll be doing that over the next couple of days, and that will sort of just be me talking about sort of where I want to go with the channel, and then you can decide, do I want to stay, do I want to go, and that's up to you. And also then following that, the next couple of videos is going to be some other content. It's not just going to be flight sim anymore. It's going to be a mix of sort of 3 primary things, because it's my 3 primary sort of what I like to do. So that'll all be coming, but as I said, I'll go into more updates about that in the update video. Anyway, enough rambling on. The video has been long enough as it is. So from myself, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe. Salut. Bye for now.